Welcome back to the Wiki Kitchen. Today we are going to make a pea and mint pesto. This is absolutely a fresh spring condiment that I love to use in multiple applications that we're going to show in just a little bit here. So with this pesto, okay, I first started making this back in, when I lived in the UK. I lived in London. I had some restaurants years back, and I was making this recipe to have as an avocado toast, which we'll show in just a bit for a breakfast option. This is also a version of this is in the Wicked Healthy Cookbook, which you can click on it and check it out right here. Just mixed in with a little bit of tofu ricotta or any plant-based ricotta on the market. And it's absolutely delicious with this pesto and the ricotta mixed in different raviolis and stuffed pasta. So let's start off by sauteing some onions. I like to saute up some onions, one, because it gives it a nice little sweetness added to this. And then I also add the garlic in there as well, so you don't get that real sharp bite of a raw garlic. All right, so I'm just gonna go ahead and slice. It doesn't have to be perfect, okay, because we are going to blend these once they're caramelized, all right? All right, so as that pan is heating up, you wanna make sure whenever you're using a saute pan, you wanna make sure you bring it to heat first, okay? So many people have a tendency of adding the oil when it's cold, adding the vegetables when it's cold, and then that's how, things stick in the pan. So you wanna try to avoid that, and the best way to do that is to make sure it's heated up properly. And the easiest way to tell is, kind of wave your hand over it. So while that's heating up, I'm gonna prep some garlic as well. Okay, we're gonna just set those aside. All right, this should be good to go in a second here. Let's go ahead and add a little bit of olive oil. All right, and you can tell when a pan is hot also when the oil starts kind of moving around and separating a little bit, okay? That's what we want to hear. And whenever I use onions and garlic together, I cook the onions for a little while before I add the garlic. This way, it doesn't burn, Garlic has a tendency of burning, so you want to try to avoid that as much as possible. Okay, this is just on a high to medium heat. Just gonna chop up some garlic. All right, I like to season onions and garlic when I'm cooking it because it really releases not only a lot of flavor, but a lot of the juices that you're actually looking to caramelize, right? So that natural sweetness that's in onions. Just gonna make this a nice little saute. You wanna make sure that they're just translucent. Okay, slightly translucent. You can see a little bit of coloration going on there. That's when you wanna add the garlic. Just let that cook for just a moment. All right, so that onions and garlic looks like it's almost done. Let's grab some of these herbs that we picked from the garden earlier today. So we have some basil in there, we have some mint in there. We're gonna actually prep both of those. I'm gonna shut off this heat. Those look like they're done. You can see the coloration there, nice and golden. All right. Okay, I'm just gonna prep up some mint. So mint and peas go so well together with a little bit of citrus. I use lemon. I'm gonna use a little bit of Meyer lemon here. So we are gonna use some basil as well. So kind of cut some mint. If it's all mint, it tends to be a little strong. So cutting it with a little basil is nice. All right, let's scoot this over. All right, so we got the food processor here. I'm gonna add those caramelized onions and garlic. It's gonna really complement the sweetness of the peas here as well. All right, so I just have some thawed out frozen peas, okay? If you have fresh peas from the garden, you can do that as well. All these herbs going in. All right, we have some pine nuts also. These are lightly toasted pine nuts. I use a dry pan just to toss them up and to get them nice and golden. I'm not gonna use all of those. All right, some little bit of sodium, a little bit of salt in there. I use a touch of chili flake, not too much. All right, some black pepper. And I mentioned that citrus. You can use any kind of lemon. I like using Meyer lemon. Meyer lemon has such a nice flavor to it. And I'm gonna go ahead and just kind of slice off a little bit. You can use a zester also, but don't have one handy, so I'm just gonna go ahead and slice up a little bit of this zest. Rather than putting the whole peel in, you know, if you put too much zest, it can turn a dish quite bitter. But if you're just basically adding a little bit of zest, it brings out those essential oils in the lemon. I mean, that's where all the essential oils are in the citrus. So adding a little bit goes a long way when it comes to bringing that freshness to a dish, you know? All right, a little bit of lemon in there. All right, that looks good. This is good to go. All right, so let's go ahead and blend this up. You notice when I first start blending it, I shake it, I just want it pulsed, and then I'm going to add some olive oil, okay? And the reason for that, I don't want this completely smooth. I want some texture in there, okay? All right, I'm gonna open it up. Just gonna scrape the sides a little bit. Oh, it just smells so good. So good, so much freshness in here. All right, let's check that out. Nice texture, lots of color. And you can see the texture in there, every little bite of those herbs and that roasted garlic, that sauteed garlic, the chili, the sweetness of the peas is just so nice. All right, so we have some avocados. It's just gonna be a really simple avocado toast with some pea and mint pesto. So I have some avocados. I'm gonna go ahead and gently slice it in my hand. So we have a little bit of avocado here. Just gonna mash that up. Mix in some of this pea pesto. So much flavor in here. You get that richness of the avocados. And this is something that you can make ahead of time, this pea pesto. Have it in a freezer. You know, take it out as you need it. It'll keep probably no more than about 5 days to a week in the fridge because there are fresh peas in there. Oh, it looks so good, smells so good. So I have some toast here. Let's go ahead and make some really yummy avocado toast. Let's actually finish these. Get some fresh peas. I'm just gonna gently slice down the middle of these. It's just a nice little garnish as well. All right, and those just open right up. So beautiful. And a little bit more mint there. Some whole pieces. All right, there you have a delicious pea and mint avocado toast. All right, so that's the first one. Another way to use it is certainly with pasta. So this is a great pasta salad. So just giving a scoop here. Okay, add a little bit of olive oil in there. Okay, season it up a little bit more. A little bit of chili. Add the rest of those peas. Rest of those pine nuts that I had. Let's stir that up. And this is just an amazing quick meal. So much freshness in here. This is a great pasta salad. This will keep, so if I make this pesto ahead of time, I always have a cooked pasta or cooked potatoes in the fridge. That way you can just really throw a meal together so quickly. So there you have it, a pea and mint pesto. And we have a couple applications here. We have the pea and mint pesto avocado toast, along with some fresh, delicious pasta with the same pesto. If you like this video, be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. And for those of you in the UK, check out Tesco and check out our Wicked Kitchen line. We'll see you next time. Thanks a lot. All right, there you have it. A simple, really simple and absolutely delicious. Where's my rubber spatula? Easiest way to slice an avocado. You go around the seed, twist. Wait, unless they're really delicate. You don't want that, okay? Little delicate seeds.